This is a story about a young boy who felt the pain of unfair rules. It is a story about how he learned that you can change what is wrong. Martin Luther King Jr. grew up in Atlanta, Georgia in the 1930s. Think how long ago that is. We're now in 2014. He had such an amazing, booming, resonant voice that everybody who was there stood up. It was just everybody wanting to hear him. And fortunately, even though, as I said, I was way back far, they had loudspeakers that were good enough so that you could really hear what he wanted to say. From voting, when they did voter registration, they tried to integrate. During this time, there were black people usually could not go in the same restaurants as white people. Just couldn't. That's all there was. Crowds would gather outside of these restaurants. They would come in. They would pull the people out of the tables. They would beat them. They would do a lot of other things I don't think we need to talk about. And often the police would come and drag these people off to jail. Almost everybody then had a TV. And just like today, news people came. And they took pictures of these events. Dogs attacking peaceful men, women, and children. Fire hoses knocking people against buildings. People being dragged off to jail. And it was put on the evening news. Do you ever watch the evening news? And a lot of people in America were horrified at this. And they said, this is not the way we want our country to be. We have to change things. And that's when things began to change.
Something to think about for Monday. It's not just a day off. It means something. And she wants you to remember that.
I just think that it's amazing how Martin Luther King was able to do so much just by words. He's changed how our country is so much. And I'm just fascinated about how much he's done.
It's just amazing that how Martin Luther King stopped segregation. It's just horrible what people used to do, and now thanks to Martin Luther King, people no longer do those horrible things.
And he was known as a gentle dreamer because he was gentle, and his words were what he fought with, not violence. So I want to thank Miss Robinson for coming. I told her how excited we were. Boys and girls, can we say thank you to her?
Thank you, Miss Robinson. You are so welcome, and you are an absolutely wonderful, attentive audience.